Good morning. All right, so now we have these two tickers right here, NAVB and CLSN, the short side on both of them. We have about a little over 2 minutes before the market open. I'm actually thinking to short NAVB pre-market within the next minute or two, or pretty much just right before the market opens. I explained CLSN to you guys. CLSN, I'm thinking about shorting right now. I think this is a great short and it has the potential to drop about 20-30 cents very quickly and I can be in and out. That'd be quite awesome. I could potentially be in and out in about less than 20 minutes, I'm hoping, if I were to execute right now. But for NavB, just to be more clear, I think the closer it can get to about 325 in the next minute and a half, I'm thinking about doing a starter position and then probably use 340 to 350 as my all-time risk. And this one is already matching its all-time high for the year, 270, pretty close to it. And then it peaked right here. It peaked right here in the pre-market again, and it roughly peaking for a third time. So either gonna break out or break down, and it can definitely go both ways with a vengeance, depending on which side you're on. A minute left. NAVB is also it's a very expensive short locate, but COSN is way cheaper. But the one that has more liquidity currently is NAVB. I do like the way this chart's set up. I do like the fact that it's more liquid. The only part I don't like is how expensive the locate shares are. T-4. And welcome to my trading journal. Alright, game time. CLSN is instantly dropping, close to 20 cents. NavB, I'm thinking about shorting it. I think I should. You know what? Let me just do it. I don't know if I should do it right now. Maybe this is a fake out and it just ripped. You know what? Here. I just shorted 100 shares around 287. I don't know. I got a little panicky. Hopefully it breaks down. Get it closer to 3, but you know what? I just hope it just pushes down. I have a fairly good feeling that it's going to break down, but it's still too early to tell because the first 15-20 minutes is the most volatile and it kind of sets the tone for different patterns that people wait for it to develop and be constantly changing every minute from here to here. Let's magnify a little bit. This is not quite where I would want to think about adding a little bit more. Let's add like 50 right here. Let me just see if I can do it. Oh my goodness, it is breaking out. Let's see if it has a little bit more power. I was thinking about adding 50 and that would have been a great place to do it. Close to 2.5 million in that 1 minute. That is absolutely nuts. This is ideally where I wanted to short too. Around 325. Yes, 293. Come on. I just needed to break down heavily. Let's be a little bit more patient. It's definitely looking good. The fact that it's broke under 3 again. Had a very strong volume. For yes, 282. Dude, I'm at the break even spot because this is where I shorted the 287 mark. Ooh, I'm sweating on this because this could potentially go my way very quickly and in a very comfortable way. As long as you stay under 3. Let me tell you, today feels like a good Friday. NavB just needs to crack and just tank like $1. Yes. Oh, keep it going. I'll feel way more comfortable if we stay under 275, where I think it's going to be pretty solid. Does it have enough gas to break through 3 and then retest the 325 mark? I hope it doesn't, because that would actually scare me. Like, that can potentially be a breakout. And it definitely has the volume to do it. Hands down. Whew. We tested 275. Can we break the 275? I mean, even though we're at 283 right now. Hopefully this isn't like the little bottom that's bouncing off of 275 and like swings up to just take over 3 and 325. I hope not. Ooh, look at this. I called this too, so I'm pretty happy about this one. I thought that it was gonna most likely take a nosedive, or if not, it was gonna let it rip, but roughly the same magnitude. I just didn't know which way. Kind of wanted to let it form for a little bit. But these two had a very similar style. I think this one has the bigger gap for a bigger breakdown, so that's why I took it. Plus, it's also has more volume. Would this be a good time to add? I'm gonna let the chart form a little bit longer because I think the emotions are getting to me right now. This is definitely forming like a good breakdown. There it is, 275 and below. Come on, everybody panic sell. Yes, look at that, 270. Let's see where I actually average my short. 287. So pretty much I'm at $1 a penny right now. And I used the same strategy as last Friday where I doubled down from what I'm normally comfortable doing Monday through Thursday. So I normally like to max out at 100 shares. Right now I started with 100 with the maximum going up to 200 total. We're retesting the 275 area, which it's a nice round number that many traders like gravitate toward. A part of me wants to short 50 right here. I don't know why. Kind of want to experiment, but should probably not experiment live. Do that either paper trading or in post analysis. I have this thought. Let me see if this thought would have been the right call. Ooh, nice. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, bunch of sellers on Navb. Navb has already done 24 million volume. Absolutely nuts. Like, look at his volume bar. Like, I feel like it could definitely break down to like 2 or close to 2. Let's see where the next big resistance is. Yeah, 250. If it could break the 250 mark, it's going to be very, very solid. I think I have patience for that. As long as it doesn't break that 280 mark right now. Ooh, it's climbing back up to test that 280. Oh, there it is. A lot of people buying. Is this the dip buy that people are doing? Just fine. As long as it stays below 290, that would be nice. If it peaks back up, I might add 50 shares. I should call these double down Fridays. It looks like a slow climb up, and that's not what I need. We're having a nice consolidation around this area. So then if it breaks this, that just solidifies 275 being a nice ceiling for resistance. And that is a key critical area for me right now for this particular trade. Yes, 266. That's exactly what I was saying. It needs to break down. I think it's probably the first trade that it's just gone beautifully my way from the get-go. I mean, I could have maximized and probably did that 50 here, but I played it safe. I didn't quite know. I'm not gonna kick myself in the butt for playing it safe. By 12 and a half minutes, it went down 20 cents. The next 12 and a half minutes, it went up 20 cents. If you were a short bias off the get-go and you were disciplined enough to get out, you would have made a quick 20 cents. Oh, and broke 281. There's a lot of buyers. Should I add? Or is this the bottom and now it's gonna rip through? I went from being comfortable to, look at that, in 3 or 4 candles, not comfortable. If it does go up, like, it has a potential to break and just take off. Whew, just like that. I'm sweating again. Let's drink some water to cool down. Oh my god, CLSN is just breaking out. Look at that. Yeah, that is a great example of a nice breakout buy. Yes, break down to under 280 again. Oh wow. Like, I'm happy here, but I'm also looking at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. It's a good breakout. That's why breakouts are awesome. If I was on the buy side on CLSN and I bought around 245, I would definitely hold around the 260s for this pop-up. That thought definitely did cross my mind. We can't have you bounce up from 280. That's just going to give you more momentum. Navb, don't mess with me. There you go. Like a good little ticker. Oh my goodness. Look at CLSN just still climb. Because looking at Navb sometimes just gets me a little too sweaty. I can still appreciate this breakout. Look at this beautiful breakout. Is this going to bounce around the 270 mark and come up, or pretty much, is it going to stay above 270 or not? That's the key point on CLSN at this exact moment. Is this going to bounce down, or is this going to bounce down and then bounce up from 270 and go up? Or it's going to bounce around 270 and then break down? Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. I have faith in you, Navb. Now the range has just increased from 265 to 285 area. So between this range, it's on the lower half of that, so that's nice. That's a little bit more comforting. That 1, 2, 3. There's a fourth green day, yeah. If it was gonna be the first red day, that would have been it right there. But this one just has a bigger breakdown potential. Even though it has a higher locate fee, I just feel this one is the one that can give me the most reward for the risk. I guess it's double down Friday, so I hope it pays off. Look at this bad boy. CLSN is going up. Today's not looking like it's going to be its red day. These are probably the 2 best tickers I found that fit my trading style. Ooh, this is looking good. Scrunching down. It should break down through 260. Exactly as I said. There we go. As soon as I said it. Look at that. Ooh, someone just dumped like 2,000, 3,000, another 3,000 shares. A good spot to touch 250. Yes, yes, look at that. As long as we're like in the 250 or under 260, man, we chillin'. Let's have people panic. That 250 mark is going to be a nice panic break. This is definitely looking like a very good short chart. It's formed into a very good short chart. Wow. What was I going to say? Short? Well, I do hope it sharts. I need Navb to shart right now. Is this bouncing up from 250? It's okay if it solidifies here for a little bit. As long as it stays under 260, it's looking real good for me. I do feel like this area is going to be a battle zone area. And 250 is a very strong number that people will gravitate towards, thinking it's a key support or key resistance. Right now, the buyers are hoping that the 250 is going to be a nice support. But me, being on the short side, I'm hoping that the 250 is going to be a support that's going to break. So then it can become my resistance. I need to be a little bit more patient. I already know this going in. It's the lowest it's been, yeah. Bam, it's breaking 250. It can consolidate under 250 within a few cents for like X amount of minute candles, and then it breaks down more, would be good. Just like the last 3. Look at this. Consolidate, break. Bounce up, consolidate a little bit, break. bounce up a little bit, consolidate for a few candles, break. So it's been doing that. I could cover some profits right now, or lock in some profits right now, but I have a feeling it's gonna break that 250 and go down. CLSN is just, it looks like it's gonna break out. If I were to call it right now, it looks like it's gonna break out from the past like 15-20 minutes. From here to here, if I just examine this on a technical scale, it looks like a breakout to me. It's definitely a buy favor in my book. And honestly, right now is a good buy too. If a buy here, 290, risk 10 cents, or it'll probably bounce from here. So bounce here a little bit, and then you can test it out. But you can risk 10 cents for a breakout. That's a great risk reward if you can maintain the discipline for it. A part of me wants to be right on this, so then who knows, maybe the next time I see a setup like this, I'll buy for once. You're still within your range, or my plan for that one. If it breaks 280, I would sell that. Following my plan, it's not a bad idea. That's a calculated risk. Ooh, 243. 239, we broke it. It's okay. We broke that 240 a little bit. In 50 minutes, it's done pretty close to 37 million. I must admit, I was sweating over here a little bit, but this is exactly what I needed. Like, it needs to cover like 45 cents for me to break even right now. I feel like a little bounce is probably going to happen, but maybe the 250 will knock it back down. It's testing that 280 mark, so I'll be kind of sweating right here because it could just drop 10, 15, 20 cents. Because if it stays within this range, that's fine. It just needs to break this once to get like 15, 20 cents pop off. Then you ought to get like easy 30 cents, maybe even more. We pop back up to 245 on Navb. Yeah, let's stay under 250. I guess it's not bad if it touches it, stalls a little bit, and then breaks fully down. I mean, I'm at a pretty good standing right now. I could just take my 37 cents profit and call it a day, which I'm perfectly fine with. I like this. There you go. I like that. That's a good size. This is looking in my favor. It's looking like a dome, and the peak already happened last few candles ago, and if this dome continues, it should break down. I want to say having a little bit more patience will probably break that 240 mark. 244, or is it a fake out? Fake out breakout. Yes, 253. Whew. Navb, don't be a tease. This 250 mark is very critical. 243, that's a nice candle. Let's break 240. That's a 10-cent candle drop right there. Come on. Let's kiss that 240 and then kiss it goodbye. Should I lock in profits around here? Around 240? I mean, it's a pretty good chunk. I guess this could be the bottom and then now it starts to rise back up. It is a possibility. It hasn't given me any big signs where I need to worry or thinking that's fully switched to a buy or it's reached its bottom. We got this. 32, that's even better. Ooh, someone has sold 1200. That's a nice big number. 229. So our lowest today is 227. So we're really close to the bottom again. Like who here is looking at this chart and be like, yes, I want to buy right here. 227. We touched the lowest of the day. I have faith in Navb. Just crack. There you go. 226. New low. 225 is going to be a toughie. It's going to be, I think, very similar to the 250. Questioning if I should lock in some profits right now since the market opened till right now. Well, when you see the big picture like that, we definitely look like we're within the bottom range. So it could bounce up like that a little bit more. 228. We're at 227. This is starting to look like it might become a buy. Should I just cover some right now, lock in some profit, or be greedy for a few cents? That greed in the past has always cost me more time, and it's almost always not worth it. Actually, from my experience, it's practically never worth it. Whatever, I'm out. Let's analyze my trade. I got in 100 shares around 287, which is around this mark right here. I think I got in right here at the first few candles. 287 sprung up. I wanted to add more, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna just blow up because it definitely had the volume. And then it was a slow fade off. And I was patient enough, this pop off, I was patient enough, this one, and I thought it was gonna keep going. Even this one, it was going. Around the bottom over here, I was near around 50 cents profit per share, which is my highest ever if I were to take all of it right there. But I didn't because I thought I was gonna get more. Well, it was right there for a few pennies more. The reward was so great, and I guess that's where the greed got to me. But instead, I covered 1/3 here and then the rest right here. Let's go over what did I do right, what did I do wrong. I pretty much explained it. So for the first half of the trade, I executed and I followed my plan and I had patience. The second half, which is what I consider from this point and where everything started going wrong, I was verbalizing, I was just not listening to myself, clearly was not disciplined. I gave back a lot of my profits. Ah, this is what I was waiting for. Look at that, a few more minutes. Each time this happened to me in one of my trades in the past, just a few more minutes, but the few more minutes could have easily bust through to like 290 and I would have been in the negative. So in order for me to just get profit, no matter how small, I needed to exit at this point because what I came in at 287, so it could have easily popped up and went further. In the aspects of locking in profit, when I definitely needed to, I succeeded. But second half of the trade, lack of discipline, gave up my profits. Hopefully I can learn from this and move on with this experience going forward. Smash the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe, turn on the bell, and the video down here is going to be the one that Google themselves recommend for you based on this content. And if you go down over here, it's going to be my playlist for similar content of stocks. Please check it out and let me know what you think in the comments below. See you next time.